Hello there folks. Well, this is a little introduction in how to use Expedia to book a flight hotel combination. Now, one of the things I often see when people are new to computers and looking at the internet is when presented with a screen, especially a screen they're unfamiliar with, can tend to look all around. Okay, so let's just pretend that this is a book, and whenever we read a book, we always read it left to right, top to bottom. And I like to use that particular ethos when it comes to reading web pages. So let's have a look at this page here that we're presented with from Expedia. Now, the salient information that we have is really across the top here to start with. Okay. Now, within that area, what we're going to look at today is this particular item here, namely packages. So we can see that we've got the packages area selected here, and right down below we've got flight and hotel as well. That's selected. What we'll also notice when we turn off the drawer, what we also notice is that leaving from is automatically set depending on our location right now where we are, but we can always change that. And an important aspect that we've got to remember here is that as we type in the first few letters, it auto-completes, and we can just choose from the list. I'm just going to put that back to Sydney. This is my destination airport on this side here. And the next thing I need to be aware of and pay attention to are the departure and return dates right in here. So we want to make sure we get those right. You can just choose Perth again. The other area that we have to pay attention to as well is right here, the travellers. So we can choose the number of adult travellers, including children as well, how many rooms we want. So we want to make sure we get that right. The next thing is the class under here, and we can choose first class, business, premium economy, economy. I'll just go economy. I usually choose first when I'm doing these hypotheticals. And then we can click on the search button. Alrighty, so now we've got the some results come up. Let's have a look just up along here. So this area here, they're pretty much reiterating where we're going to, where we're going from, the dates and how many rooms. So remember, we're going from the top to the bottom, left to right, just making sure that that information is correct. The next piece of information along here is right here, because this particular one here is choose your hotel, and that's the first step in the process. So we're going to choose our hotel, then we're going to be choosing a room, choosing a departure flight, and choosing a return flight. Often people are presented with this information here and become very confused. They'll be looking all around the screen, trying to find out what they should be looking at, and then pressing random buttons. This will guide you along. So once we have passed this choose your hotel stage, we'll move on to the room, and so on and so forth. So just to make it easy, I'm going to choose the first hotel that's presented with me. Also bear in mind here that we have different kinds of filtering options. So we have up here, we've got recommended, price, distance from CBD, guest rating. So we can use all these filters to find a hotel. There are also additional filters on the left hand side here that we can use too. So maybe I want to stay a bit further away from Perth in the suburbs. Maybe I want free breakfast included. If I tick that, that's only going to show the hotels with free breakfast. It's going to resort those results. And we can see here, yeah, we've got the Murray Hotel. So it's got a free breakfast included, plus some beverages as well, which is always good. There's a lot of other information here which I won't go into now, but people can look at in their own time. And so once we know how to filter what we're looking for, we're still up to the stage here of choosing the hotel. Now all we have to do is just click on the one that we like the look of. And so here we've got the Murray Hotel. And you'll notice up here that if we look at this area in here, we can see that we're up to the choose your hotel. We've done that. There's a tick there. So now we're up to choose our room. And there are lots of different room options. But I'm just going to keep it easy and choose the basic room here. So there's some information here about the room. You can see it's all the different features of the room as well. And we can just go ahead and select that room. Okay, and we can see right up here, we're actually up to choose the departure flight. Okay, and so this is the departure flight we're choosing. Let's just go down. Now what they'll show you here is a whole array of flights. Usually the cheapest flight is the longest, or it's at the worst time, as I'm sure you're aware. The better flights, what will happen is, because this was recorded at the time of the COVID virus, the more expensive flights are the better ones. So they'll put an additional amount on top of the price that's quoted. It doesn't matter, we'll see that at the end. So let's just choose this one here. We've got the flight details over here. leaves at 9:30 a.m, arrives at 3:10 p.m. into Perth. It's a 7-hour 40-minute flight because it stops in Melbourne on the way through to Perth. That's flying with Virgin Australia. So we select that. Okay, perfect. So we can see across the top here, we've got all these ticks here, meaning we've completed these steps. So this step we're up to now is choose a return flight. So I'm just going to make things easy and select this particular flight here. Okay, perfect. So we can see across the top now, we have got every step completed, so it's not showing anymore. We can have a look again, making sure that the dates are correct. They're also reiterated here and here, along with 1 room for 3 nights at the Murray Hotel. We've got our departure flight here from Sydney to Perth, and we've got a return flight from Perth to Sydney here. Both of them go via Melbourne. And now we can see here that there's a summary on the right hand side. So the total cost is over here, $1,075.45. That's for a return trip to Perth and 3 nights in a hotel. Now what I recommend at this stage is, if you're not confident booking on the internet and it's easy to get things wrong, i.e. the dates and that sort of thing, you could be flying to Perth in Scotland maybe, then just get this information up to here. You've got the price, you've got the dates, you've got the flights, and then what you can do is you can take that information to your travel agent, and I'm sure you'll get a better deal than if you'd just seen them straight away without doing your homework. So I hope that this little introductory tutorial on Expedia, booking flights and hotels, has been helpful, and I hope to see you back soon. Thanks and bye for now.